Well, good morning, Pilgrim. When I get my voice back, I'll begin speaking again. Speaking. Okay. Uh, Today's devotion, uh, doing things in the wrong way. Doing things in the wrong way. I'm going to begin Second Samuel chapter 6, beginning with verse 1. David begins by doing things in the wrong way. David again gathered all the chosen men of Israel, 30,000. And David arose and went with all the people who were with him from Baalah, Judah, to bring up from there the ark of God, which is called by the name of the Lord of hosts, who sits enthroned on the cherubim. And they carried the ark of God on a new cart, and brought it out of the house of Abinadab, which was on a hill. And Uzzah and Ahio, the sons of Abinadab, were driving the new cart with the ark of God. And Ahio went before the ark. And David and all the house of Israel were celebrating before the Lord with songs, lyres, harps, tambourines, castanets, and cymbals. And when they came to the threshing floor of Nacon, Uzzah put out his hand to the ark of God, took hold of it, for the oxen stumbled. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Uzzah, and God struck him down there because of his error. And he died there beside the ark of God. And David was angry because the Lord had broken out against Uzzah, and that place is called Perez Uzzah to this day. And David was afraid of the Lord that day, and he said, "How can the ark of the Lord come to me?" So David was not willing to take the ark of the Lord into the city of David. But David took it aside to the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite. And the ark of the Lord remained in the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite 3 months. And the Lord blessed Obed-Edom and all his household. And it was told King David, "The Lord has blessed the household of Obed-Edom and all that belongs to him because of the ark of God." So David went and brought up the ark of God from the house of Obed-Edom to the city of David with rejoicing. And when those who bore the ark of the Lord had gone 6 steps, he sacrificed an ox and a fattened animal. And David danced before the Lord with all his might. And David was wearing a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting and with the sound of a horn. And the important thing is here, he brought it up properly. And what was properly, we shall see. If you go back to the book of Deuteronomy, you'll see that it was to be carried by Levites only, which the men that were doing it for David were not Levites. It was not to be touched even by a Levite, let alone poor Uzzah. It was to be carried with poles, a pole stuck in each side and carried by the Levites. And David didn't have it done in that fashion. Didn't turn out well. When he done it properly, it turned out wonderfully. Now we'll go to Saul and his unlawful sacrifice, done wrongly. He waited 7 days, the time appointed by, this is from 1 Samuel 13, beginning with verse 8. He waited 7 days, the time appointed by Samuel. But Samuel did not come to Gilgal, and the people were scattering from him. So Saul said, "Bring the burnt offering here to me and the peace offerings." And he offered the burnt offering. As soon as he had finished offering the burnt offering, behold, Samuel came. And Saul went out to meet him and greet him. Samuel said, "What have you done?" And Saul said, "When I saw that the people were scattering from me, and that you did not come within the days appointed, and that the Philistines had mustered at Michmash, I said, now the Philistines will come down against me at Gilgal, and I have not sought the favor of the Lord. So I forced myself." What a lie. "So I forced myself and offered the burnt offering." It was pride. You know, offerings to only be done by priest. And Samuel said to Saul, "You've done foolishly. You have not kept the command of the Lord your God with which he commanded you. For then the Lord would have established your kingdom over Israel forever. But now your kingdom shall not continue. The Lord has sought out a man after his own heart, and the Lord has commanded him to be prince over his people, because you have not kept what the Lord commanded you." He chose David. Importance of small things in religion. Title of this sermon, delivered April 8th, 1860, by Charles Spurgeon. He read from 1 Chronicles 15:13. "The Lord our God made a breach upon us, for that we sought him not after the due order." We didn't do it in the proper manner. When we come before God, it will be no excuse for us to say, "My Lord, I did it wrong, but I thought I was doing right." "Yes, but I gave you my law, but you did not read it, or if you read it, you read it so carelessly that you did not understand it, and then you did wrong. And you tell me you did it with the right motive." Yes, but it is of no avail whatever. Yet, just as in Uzzah's case, did it not seem the rightest thing in the world to put out his hand to prevent the ark from slipping off? Who could blame the man? But God had commanded that no unpriestly hand should ever touch it. And inasmuch as he did that, and did touch it, though it was with the right motive, yet Uzzah must die. That doesn't mean he went to hell, folks, because he did nothing wrong, except he didn't do it right. God will have his laws kept. Besides, my dear brethren, I am not sure about the rightness of your motives after all. The state has issued a proclamation. It is engraven, according to the old Roman fashion, in brass. A man goes up with his file and he begins working away upon the brass. He erases a bit here and he amends a bit there. Says he, "I did that with the right motive. I didn't think the law a good one. I thought it was too old-fashioned for these times. So I thought I would alter it a little, just a little, and make it better for the people." Oh, how many have there been who have said, the old Puritanic principles are too rough for these times. We'll alter them. We'll tone them down a little. What are you at, sir? Who are you that dares to touch a single letter of God's book? Who are you? Look around us today. Changing this, changing that. I was born in 1938, and I can tell you this nation, this America I live in today ain't the America I was born into. It ain't the same place at all. And it ain't no better. All worse. Yes, sincerity needs to be allied to truth. Joshua 24:14. "Now therefore fear the Lord, serve him in sincerity and in faithfulness. Put away the gods that your fathers served beyond the river and in Egypt, and serve the Lord." Serve the Lord in his manner, in his fashion. It's possible to be sincerely wrong, you know. John 16:2. "They will put you out of the synagogues. Indeed, the hour is coming when whoever kills you will think he is offering service to God." Acts 26:9. "I myself was convinced that I ought to do many things in opposing the name of Jesus of Nazareth." Yeah, Paul was wrong. Jesus straightened him out. Jesus will straighten us all out. Romans 10:2. "For I bear them witness that they have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge." Do it God's way or don't do it. Well, Pilgrim, think on all these things. And Uzzah, he tried to do right, and he did it with a good motive. And God did not damn him to hell for that, but he did take him out of this world. He did kill him justly. Well, yeah, think on these things. God bless and have a great day.